Holy Wallow's First Alert Weather with meteorologist Eric Johnson.
All right, that was the first graders from North Woolmarket Elementary. We had a great weather talk today. We talked about hurricanes and even severe weather, which is good timing because, well, we're watching the potential for severe weather in South Mississippi as we go into tomorrow. Here's that line of thunderstorms forming ahead of our cold front, which is still across Texas. This will be sweeping through Louisiana overnight tonight. So the greatest potential for severe weather between now and about sunrise is going to be west of I-59. Notice this orange area outlined across Louisiana and central Mississippi. That's an enhanced risk for severe storms. So the probability of seeing severe weather increases as you go from marginal to high. So that's a level 3 out of 5 across Louisiana and parts of western Mississippi overnight tonight. The severe weather threat shifts a little bit further east as we go into tomorrow morning around sunrise. Noticing, though, the risk a little bit lower for South Mississippi, a level 2 out of 5. So even though the risk is a little bit lower, we still can't rule out a few strong to severe storms. There'll just be a few limiting factors sort of limiting the amount of severe storms possible. So what are we really concerned about? Well, those storms will be producing some very heavy rain, so some isolated flash flooding is possible. A few of those storms will be able to tap into some strong winds in the upper levels, so they might be able to produce a few strong wind gusts. And the tornado risk, it is low, but it's not zero. So that's why tomorrow, we just want you to be weather aware. Certainly just check the weather before you're heading out tomorrow morning. Here's a look at some timing on Futurecast. Now, I will say Futurecast has been speeding up this line. It is possible that it could come in a little bit later than what Futurecast shows, but around 5 o'clock, it begins to show that line of storms approaching the Louisiana-Mississippi border. Then by around 6:30, it starts to roll it on through, and perhaps somewhere along the Highway 49 area by 6:30. Now, keep in mind, this could be a little bit too fast on Futurecast, but if it does come in fast like this, we could be seeing some strong winds as it rolls on through. And then Futurecast by 8 o'clock wants to put this already through Georgia, Jackson County going into Alabama. So again, a pretty quick solution out of this particular model. There are some that want to slow it down a little bit and kind of move it through just a little bit slower. The slower it goes, that would mean the higher chance for heavy rain across South Mississippi. In general, though, we're looking at perhaps 1 to 3 inches across the area. If it moves faster, there'll be less. If it moves slower, we can raise those numbers up a little bit. And so that, in a very short amount of time, could lead to some quiet time. So what are those ingredients that we need for severe weather? Well, we need moisture. We got that already. We need lift from like a cold front, and we got that cold front heading our way. We need something called wind shear. We talk about that a lot with hurricanes, but for severe weather, it's an ingredient that you need. And the other thing is instability, like daytime heating. This will be the limiting factor because these storms are coming in so early, we're not going to get as much daytime heating. So we're not having all of the ingredients that we need coming together. When you look at the water vapor, though, you could really spot out where that wind shear is. This is how the air is moving in the upper levels of the atmosphere. Here's that area of low pressure spinning over Arizona and New Mexico. Around that, the jet stream streaming all that moisture moving on through. It's a very fast jet stream. Now at the surface, though, the winds are actually coming from the south over Louisiana tonight, but aloft in the upper levels, notice how the winds are coming from a different direction. So those different turning winds, that allows for those thunderstorms to rotate and be a little bit stronger. And that's what we talk about wind shear. And that's why we have the risk for severe weather.